Good morning. I'm going to show you something, a little trick today that I've invented, I guess. And you see those? Can you get a look at those things? Those are called Swarovski crystals. And they are from somewhere in Germany where they get rhinestones from the Rhine River. And they're actually real they're actually from the Rhine River. And what I'm going to do with them is I put them in my guitars on the side markers. So that when I'm on a stage somewhere and it's dark, or if I'm in my studio here playing, recording something and it's dark or darker or there's not quite enough light, they catch the light, and as you can go down the neck and you'll feel the little bump where it sits. And you don't even have to think about, looking at the markers and making sure you're in the right place, especially when you hit this 12th fret, because there's two of them and you can just feel it. What I'm doing right now is I'm taking a little rounded file, a little jeweler's file, and I'm from Radio Shack. Okay, and I'm scratching off, I'm roughing up the surface of the little side dots. You might not want to do this on a real collectible old Gibson or something. But, and this is a 43-year-old Ibanez Destroyer that I've been playing since I was 17. And the fret markers on the sides have always been a pain in the ass because they're real small. And it took me this long to figure it out. Probably about 5 years ago I dreamed this one up. Anyway, these are that's what they look like. That's what they come in. Can you see that? Swarovski crystals, and there's about $3 and you get 40 of them in here. 3mm flat back, and it's got a little storage case, and they're not easy to work with. It's hard to get a grip on them or whatever, but if you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. If you go back to the beginning of the video, if you can see it, the newer ones have a little color in there, a little purple and pink and whatever, and I hate that. There's one off to the side that's one of the original ones I bought probably 10 or 12 years ago, and it's clear, just a clear diamond looking thing. And I got them at a local little store here, arts and crafts store or something, and I bought several of them. Thought I'd never run out, and of course I did. But I also like to put them on the end pins on the acoustic guitars, where you stick them because it gives them a nice look, and it's different. Nobody does this. It gives them a nice look. Actually, where I first heard about this was Danny Gatton had cubic zirconiums embedded in the side markers on his old Telecaster that he liked. So if you want, that's where I got that's where the notion came to me when I read about that. So dedicated to Danny Gatton. he sure wasn't a fucking idiot or fool. But some people might say that I am. I don't care. It's my guitar. I don't care what they're worth after I die, because they're no use to me then. But anyway, so you rough it up. You squeeze a little blob of super glue onto each marker, which can get just a little messy because it's got a little spider web looking piece that'll come off of it every time. But it doesn't create any real problems. You can kind of wipe it off. If you wanted to, you could tape it off with masking tape or something, but I don't care. Okay, I usually don't do the 12th one right away. I usually wait. But I forgot this time. Okay, it's a real knack getting a hold of these things so you don't drop them on the floor. And you've got to center them. And hold them down like that. You've got a few minutes to work with them. Oh, I'm using these little tweezers that I got also from Radio Shack a long time ago. I don't know where you get them. I guess you have to order them online. But these are perfect for, you see that? They're a little thicker. There's little score marks inside them. I got to get back to this because if I don't, I'm worried that glue could harden up. I buy the dollar store super glue. Works fine. It does the trick. These fret markers were always, these side markers were always a little small. The two by the 12th fret here were a little bit off. It's the one mistake they made on this guitar. One is a little bit forward of the other. If the video, if I get glued to the guitar, it'll become a comedy video. Because you know how that works. Be careful with this super glue. I don't like the colored diamonds. They give it a kind of a 5th grade girl look, but that ain't the point. The point is to make them where you can, they catch the light, and that certainly works. And these are as good as the clear ones for that. And then you can feel them regardless. I mean, they make them in ruby and whatever. Any color you want, I guess. Except for clear now. As soon as I got these new ones, I was like, oh fuck, they changed it. But that's what I got, so I just stuck with it. Learn to love it. It's also pretty easily reversible, except for the scraping off of the finish over the markers that I just did. That's not really reversible, but these guitars, the finish is terrible on them. It got stolen and I got it back, and all kinds of stuff has happened to this guitar. Besides me wearing it out over 43 years. And so there you go. See how it catches the light? The old ones did not do that. See that? All glittery and not gold. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I mean, you could put LEDs in it, but who wants to do a bunch of that? All right. And I let them sit for about 24 hours, and they're great. Good enough. Does exactly what I want. The reason why I got on this kick is because I was trying to play this Greg Allman song, and I was using this Martin acoustic, this 12 string, and I couldn't quite see the markers when I was trying to play it, and it's in a open G tuning. So if you get off the, it's hard enough, it's like learning another language anyway, but if you get off the you gotta have the markers to be able to tell where you're at. So look at them. I just love them. So you gotta have the markers.